All right. Looks like we are live and kicking. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Coming to you on a Monday morning or early afternoon, depending on where you are. And excuse me for I'm not under the weather. I've just been busy this morning. Got done taking care of two driveways, so I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I'm excited. Just happened to sit down here. What's up, Jerry? Jerry's in the chat. Good morning to you. Um, Happened to just hop on and see some breaking news within the last hour. I was like, ooh, this is kind of exciting. Um, yeah, I may not talk much about WWE stuff lately, but this has been a long time coming for these guys. And there is a little bit of controversy that rolls along with this. Nothing that's going to offend me, but it's just interesting how they're doing this. And so let's jump into this. This is I'm getting this straight from the WWE page. Says, "Are you ready?" As first reported by ESPN DX or Degeneration X, excuse me, the most rebellious group in WWE history are the first inductees in the WWE Hall of Fame in 2019, as first reported by ESPN. They repeated that. Anyways, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, who now in parentheses and now joins Ric Flair as a two-time inductee. This is true. Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, XPac, and the late Chyna will take their place in the sports entertainment history. In sports entertainment history during the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony on Saturday, April 6th at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, during WrestleMania 35 week. Tickets, blah, 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 blah. And then it goes on to talk about the history of DX, how they came to be. And they've got pictures to go along with it, and you guys can check that out at your own time. I'm excited about this, to be honest. And I know people say, "Oh, well, last year's ceremony sucked." Yeah, well, they just gotta time stuff better. Have it earlier in the day so it doesn't look like half of their crowd leaves. And last year's went way too long too. They just gotta organize and set this up better. They've been doing this for years. You'd think they know how to put this together. Obviously, there will be the talk of Chyna. That's been a long time coming. People obviously wanted Chyna to go in by herself for years now. The women's community, the people that still promote Chyna through her own social medias, whoever that may be. I think that's her former management, possibly. There's supposed to be a documentary coming out sometime. I don't know if and when that's ever coming out. That was a couple of years ago when I did a review for the trailer, which is very, we'll just say very telling and very emotional. Made me very emotional watching it. She is a woman's icon. And looked up to by many in the industry. And to be perfectly honest, all the BS talk about, oh, well, she used to do this bad thing and she used to do that bad thing and porn and blah, 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 blah. If you could count how many women wrestlers across the industry, not just WWE, but across the industry that have had their stuff hacked and their little pictures and their little porn videos spread all over. And then if you start breaking down and looking at all the people who have had escapades and all this kind of thing throughout wrestling history that have maybe shamed their family or caused a divorce, this, that, or the other thing, we wouldn't have a Hall of Fame, for crying out loud, if we're going to start nitpicking like that. You know, if they're going to start pointing the finger, you might as well cancel the Hall of Fame altogether. So it's time to stop pointing the finger and start just spreading some love to the people that deserve it in the industry that have been looked up to for, well, decades now, depending on who you're talking about. So we've got China, the late China, and that's tremendous. That's well overdue. We have other members of DX that are going in for the first time, such as Triple H, such as XPac, such as the Road Dogg, and badass Billy Gunn. And I know some people are going to jump on the whole, oh, well, Billy Gunn's part of AEW. He's not going to show that. Okay. If you honestly think the guys from AEW are that self-centered and that cocky and that selfish that they're going to tell Billy Gunn that he can't show, Billy Gunn would jump ship immediately. He would not want to be a part of that company. They are obviously going to tell him, you know, without him asking, yes, congratulations, go do this. It just adds to his worth, in my opinion. Road Dogg has come a long way. Well, both he and Billy Gunn, both Road Dogg and Billy Gunn have come a long way as far as their sobriety and their accomplishments in the WWE and outside of the WWE. I know that Road Dogg is someone that is looked up to. He's very public about his sobriety, and it's in a very unselfish way. You know, he's someone who's obviously found God in a sense, or some kind of spirituality in a sense, and puts out public prayers on social media and, you know, prays to make each day a positive in some way to spread love to others, you know. Hey, there's a Mrs. J-Bone in the chat. That's right. We're not here to judge. Well said, Mrs. J-Bone. Judge. Don't judge unless you're willing to get judged yourself. So I'm very excited for those two. Shawn Michaels, of course, being put in for the second time. He's you know, he's probably going to be the most humble out of all this. He probably won't have too much to say. He's going to make sure that everyone else gets their time. And to be perfectly honest, I think Triple H is going to be the same way. He's in a much different role now. Yes, he still wrestles on occasion, once, twice a year. But he's in a leadership role now. And say what you want about him, but he's done some pretty tremendous things in the world of wrestling over the last, I'd say, handful plus years. And that's, regarding NXT. NXT has done some pretty exciting things. Um, I haven't watched a ton lately, but it's where the Shield came from, among so many others. And I know he's respected a lot. And this is it's a big accomplishment for him. Honestly, I'm probably most excited for XPac. XPac has been down a rough road in his life. He's done some bad things, and he's going to hear about it from now until the end of time. Stuff regarding China. I'm not going to get into it, but he runs a great podcast that I'm a big fan of, and I watch every week. I met him a few months ago. Honestly, one of the best beats as far as beating a professional wrestler, and I'm incredibly proud of him. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, just wanted to get on here, talk about the guys going in. This obviously, what I'm assuming is going to be the headliner. The video will come out tonight during Raw, I'm assuming. And this, honestly, with let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including China, but you got 5 people in this group getting inducted at one time. It's going to take up a good amount of the show, honestly. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, what guys like Shawn Michaels and Triple H do. Like I said, I have a feeling they're going to hand the floor more to X-Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn. That's a guess, but wow, brain fart. So who knows? We might have a smaller class this year, and I think they're going to try to, after what was called a disaster last year, they might try to change up the show a little this year, as far as time wise and whatnot. So we'll see what happens. I know there was some other talk about the Heart Foundation possibly going in. We haven't heard anything official on that yet, but I'm sure between now and WrestleMania, what do we got? 7 weeks. We're going to get 6 or 7 inductees. Maybe a little less because DX is such a big group. We'll see how it goes. I'll be kind of keeping an eye on this, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with this. So give me your thoughts. I mean, are you excited about this? I know I am. Hey, the Wrestle Hub is in here. What is up? Great to see. The Hearts definitely need to be in. Oh yeah. Especially with Jim the Anvil Neidhart passing away. Was it within the last year? I believe it was within this last year. And it's sad that that people are put in after they pass away, and well, why didn't you put them in before so they could appreciate it? Well, stuff happens. So, but yes, Jim deserves it. I believe Jimmy Hart's already in, and obviously Bret the Hitman Hart was put in 10 years ago. So it'll be great to see if that's true. Maybe that'll get reported or announced next week. I haven't heard any other names. I'm sure names are out there, but I'm not going to go out of my way to look for them. But we'll see. Oh man. So yeah, we're going to get out of here. Later tonight, and I know this is late, and I apologize. It's just how the weekend went, and it's life. So we're gonna do the review for Uncaged later tonight, and I might throw in my comments about the Elimination Chamber because yes, I actually watched it last night, and yes, it was probably one of the better uh, shows that they've put on within the last few years. Honestly, just quick thoughts off the top of my head about Elimination Chamber. Um, but yeah, Uncaged review will come tonight. We'll do that live, and then along with some thoughts about Elimination Chamber thrown in as well. And so, yeah, keep an eye out for that later. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys later tonight.